Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the AGL Goku and Chi-Chi unit, and we're going to see just how good they are in the DBZ Dokkan battle. So obviously they received their EZA, they are a free-to-play unit, and they received a pretty decent EZA. I think overall the EZA was alright. I think a lot of people give them flack, but I think free-to-play units, they're always something I think are great, and I think they really help a lot of players out. Not everyone's at the top end of the Dokkan spectrum, so I think this unit will be great for a lot of people. They're a Goku's family category lead of 77%. Not that that matters too much, but they greatly raise attack and raise defense for one turn and cause supreme damage to the enemy with their super attack. Their passive is attack and defense of 122%, 22%, plus an additional attack and defense of 22%, with each attack performed up to 88%. Now that's attacks, not super attacks, so just remember that. They launch an additional attack that has a high chance of it becoming a super attack as well. They are Goku's family or joined forces category support of Ki +2 and attack and defense of 22%. So these guys can very rapidly get their full passive. In terms of build, you're going to want to prioritize crit on these guys. Plus they have the active skill, which greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy while also delaying their attacks for one turn, which is pretty cool. It can be activated after they perform 4 or more super attacks, which means you could get very lucky and get it by the 5th turn at earliest, which is a decent timing, I think. In terms of links, they have Courage, All in the Family, Solid Support, Infighter, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, and Shadowing the Limit. And in terms of categories, they're on Joined Forces, Goku's Family, and Bond of Parent and Child. Honestly, obviously Bond of Parent and Child's not necessarily in the game just yet, at least for the global side of things. So they are only currently on 2 categories, but I think the Bond of Parent Parent and Child category really improves these guys, because I think the units, like, their biggest issue is that they're only on Joined Forces, which has relatively low leader skills in terms of stats, but also just has very poor current leaders. I think when you also add in like an increased leader skill and better overall team, I think they're a lot better. That being said, their link set's also a little bit wonky. They actually link best with Chi-Chi units, surprisingly enough. Chi-Chi units from the Dragon Ball saga. One thing that makes me a bit confused is that they have the Incredible Adventure and Guidance to the Dragon Balls, but obviously they're not from Dragon Ball, technically, so they don't get the Dragon Ball saga. I feel like a little bit of leeway could have been made, and you could have just given them Dragon Ball saga at least, because it's not like they're like what, in an in-between period, so they wouldn't be Saiyan saga, they wouldn't be Dragon Ball saga, they'd be nothing forever. So I feel like giving them Dragon Ball saga would have been at least something I feel could have just boosted them slightly. In one extra category, would have made them horribly broken. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I would change. I think everything else is pretty good. In terms of their detailing, I think greatly raising defense one turn also, but yeah, that's like it. So 149,000 defense. Obviously we have stacked up a little bit. You would have seen that last turn it was a little bit lower, but you can see that this stacks up quite quickly. It did grow quite substantially. In this situation, we could activate All in the Family to really boost the defense up to 171, but I don't want to run the risk of Chi-Chi accidentally killing Vegeta. So you can see that All in the Family is a pretty important link. 2.4 million is also very, very solid. After this attack, I think they will be fully built up, which is obviously great. But yes, All in the Family is a very pivotal link for this unit. It's a very pivotal link for a lot of, obviously, these kind of Goku family orientated units. I think honestly for the most part it's probably the most pivotal link if you want to effectively run them on categories. There's a lot of units that need that All in the Family. It's a big defensive link. Fortunately they have a very, very good little friendly option that they can run that does have All in the Family. so it's not too bad. It's not end of the world level stuff, but they definitely, I think, with All in the Family, they look a lot better overall. So here we can see defense has gone up again, looking very solid now in the 160 ballpark. It will raise after their super attack as well, so there's definitely a little bit of room to go. In terms of this rotation, we have obviously 50% support, which does help, but we still don't have All in the Family active, so defense could be even higher, which is, it's good. It's a good thing. But they look very solid. I think they look very, very decent. They look quite solid as a unit. I would say they're not maybe spectacular, but they are definitely really, really solid, and I think overall they're a pretty fun unit to use. They can do some decent damage. They have very decent defense. Pity about the Dragon Ball Saga category, but overall I think they're a pretty fun unit for people to utilize, and I think they could definitely be useful in some content. I think I'm going to use them for the Join Forces challenge on the Legendary Vegeta event. I think you could use them in Goku's family-based stages. I think overall they got pretty nice synergy. Not to mention that they bring support, which is always great. And like I said, they carry that very important All in the Family link, which does really, really help them out. It creates a lot of good synergy with some of the more left field Goku's family units, and them being a support makes up for their lack of links otherwise. Overall, like I said, in terms of their links, they got Infighter, Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, All in the Family, Solid Support, Courage, and Shattering the Limit. The most important of those probably being Shattering the Limit and All in the Family. If you can activate both of those links, then you're basically 50% of where you want to be with the unit, at least from my perspective. Solid Sport's obviously more a joined forces kind of link. As you can see here, they've got plenty decent options for them in terms of linking partner. So obviously if you take a look like Grandpa Gohan and Pan, they share All in the Family and Courage, which is pretty solid, and they also share Shattering the Limit and Solid Support, so pretty nice pairing, and they're both on exactly the same amount of categories, so there you go. Pretty damn solid overall. Obviously Grandpa Gohan and Pan are a pretty decent unit overall, I think. They also have like a decent super attack effect. They can do decent damage. They synergize well with other Goku's family units on the rotation, so could be a fun little rotation to kind of run, I think, together. Who knows, maybe you'll find that to be your new favorite free-to-play pairing in terms of join forces, I guess, or Goku's family. But like I said, a lot of Dragon Ball Saga units are going to pair well with them. Mainly Chi-Chi's, of which I think this physical Chi-Chi is a very, very good option. She can actually have very, very solid stats, especially defensively, with a couple dupes in her. And overall, I think she's a pretty solid option. But I think that's pretty much it when it comes to links. So also they don't gain too much link leveling, although they do gain a decent amount, 7% crit chance, so that's good. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, leave a comment if you have any thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.